How's it going, guys? Stay Weird 1993 here, or of course Stay Weird 1993 vlogs if you follow this channel on YouTube. Welcome back to my latest addiction, which is a new MMO. So this is dangerous territory for me because I know what I'm like with my MMO games. I have been playing a little bit in the downtime between streams. I couldn't help myself, so I've gone up a couple of levels. But, you know, hope you don't feel too betrayed by that. I'm joined by Lord Arbiter tonight, who also streams MechWarrior Online most of the time, or if when we just dick about on Edo Pro for a bit.
Yeah, hello before the heat, this horrible heat kills me.
Yeah, he's greeting us all before he dies of heat exhaustion and I die of heat stroke, so, you know. I don't know how long I'm going to last on this stream, but what I have got is about a triple or quadruple vodka and a pint of sugar-free Red Bull, so I'm hoping I last a little while.
Well, you've got an hour and a half to beat. You've got to beat an hour and a half because that's how long I rent. So you've got. So that's.
I'll try and beat it unless the children. If the children malfunction and I have to do shit, then you know, never mind. But so what I was saying about Final Fantasy Online to everybody was, I'm actually finding this game extremely enjoyable, and I've been a die-hard World of Warcraft player for the best part of 10 years now. If not, no longer than 10 years, like nearly 14 years. So for me to play another MMO, that's big. Because I'm like one of those people that my mates will go, play this MMO. And I'll go, no, are you crazy? You know? I'm like, no, I'm a World of Warcraft veteran. I played this game, but I have been recommended this game a good 7 or 8 times. And I ignored everyone saying, you will love this game. And sure, I mean, I'm only level 14. However, what I'm experiencing here has been, so far, a really, really pleasant experience. Like, the combat's engaging, the enemies and the artwork, the enemies look cool, the artwork's gorgeous, the customization's good, the class systems look okay. I like the versatility because you can, once you've made, so I've made a Lancer, which becomes a Dragoon, but I'm not tied into that. If I get to level 30 and decide I want to turn this into a Dark Knight, which is something I can unlock, I can do that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've seen the other MMO that recently got finally released in the UK.
What was that one?
PSO2.
PSO?
PSO2, yes, we are finally able to play it in the UK.
I don't know what that one's about.
On Xbox and PC, so I downloaded it on both.
And what's PSO2 about again?
It's like an anime-like MMO.
Ah, yeah. So I mean, Final Fantasy's Square Enix. That's anime-based, you know. The art styles.
And you can make your characters like anime characters. Like I can make my characters like Asune Miku.
I guess that'd be perfect if you're a real fan of Miku and stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely making a female character, or I'm making it like Miku.
I would try and make the cutest character ever, but also the most deadly. So you go up and like, oh, it's so cute, but it'll literally rip your face off. That's basically that.
And it's actually free to download as well.
Oh Christ! It's like how someone told me in this game. It's like I didn't realize it. Like, oh yeah, you can play as a cat girl in this. I'm like, I don't want to do that, but I also feel like that's got some hilarious opportunities for. You've got this really OP character who's. It's like
I believe you can also make a cat girl.
Oh Christ! So no one's gonna have their Nico kneecaps broken. But it's like.
But the only one I really need to make is Miku.
That's fair enough. It's like you're just like I can make waifu. It's fine. It's like I don't know about. It's like with me, I really like the customization in Final Fantasy because I'm a huge fan of Square Enix games. But I always. When they said Final Fantasy MMO, I was like, you know, when someone told me that it existed, I was like, I don't know. That seems kind of risky, and like, how is it going to work in the Final Fantasy universe? And I was kind of like,
Yeah. You see, I'm kind of happy and I'm kind of angry
oh yeah,
about this UK release.
okay, how come?
I'm happy we finally got it finally got it playable in the UK.
Yeah,
But by the time we got it playable in the UK, everybody else in all the other countries who could play it before us have already played it to death and have nothing else left to do in the game.
oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah. Oh Jesus Christ! Speaking of cat girls, there's a fucking cat girl stood right in front of me. Go away, please.
So so I'm happy we've got it, but the timing kind of is kind of
Bad, yeah,
pissing me off.
yeah.
Timing's kind of pissing me off.
Well, yeah, it's like a lot of people felt like that about Final Fantasy because not because of the release date, but because originally this game came out in like 2010 and it was terrible. And so what they did was they scrapped it because originally people were really, really pissed off because Final Fantasy 14 had been hyped for so long, like, oh yeah, we're finally getting this MMO, you know. Um, and
Oh, by the way, your stream's doing that constant buffer thing again.
is it? That's weird because it doesn't look it on here. But
It just constantly buffers every 1 second.
every second,
But it seems to be only when you play this game.
it might be to do with my streaming settings because
Probably.
I've not really adapted. Um, okay, let me have a look at the readout from
Yeah,
over
because it is
here.
because it is because like I said last night, it is unwatchable on this end.
It's weird because I mean I can see the stream here on my phone, like watching it live, and it looks okay. But then I get mixed messages like, you know, obviously you say it's unwatchable or it's lagging, but
It buffers every second for like 5 to 7 seconds.
right, yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna put my Be Right Back screen on because I think there might be a way for me to remedy it. Um, I feel
So
like
by the time you say you've done off the crest,
hmm,
Ray still buffering at start of that crest.
yeah, no, I know what you mean. Let's see here. Let me have a look at my network priorities here. Just bear with us 1 second. CPU utilization. This is me going into just drilling down and finding out what's eating up the connection.
Is anyone in the house downloading when you're streaming this?
No, I mean Chloe normally watches Netflix, but it doesn't affect it normally. It's never affected it.
Normally, but you are playing a fairly big game.
I know it's like when I play World of Warcraft, it doesn't tend to affect it either.
Yeah, but this is newer than World of Warcraft. World of
Mm,
Warcraft's ancient, though.
could be that. Let me have a look here. So OBS, yeah, OBS needs to be using the most.
Oh, by the way, you know, I was streaming earlier.
Yeah.
I could actually change my title of my stream.
Oh, it finally bloody started working.
It's fixed itself somehow.
What the hell? Just for ages, I
Oh,
remember you were like, no, I was saying what the hell because for ages you were just like, I don't know what's happening, but I can't do anything. You're like, it's as soon as you went live, it was like, yeah, fuck that. Let's have a look. Checking.
I can actually change my title for OBS again.
Okay, that's good. That's good, man. I wasn't saying okay to that. I was having a quick look at. Okay, so it is so my on network traffic, Final Fantasy and OBS are prioritized. That's good. That means that
Yeah.
that means that they are prioritized on my connection, which is good. Let me have a look at my network settings.
Yeah, but even though they're prioritized, it makes zero difference. Though it's still like it's fine now.
Oh, that's fine. Cause I'm on my Be Right Back screen now.
It's when you do, like certain things.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop back onto my live screen now. Because my stream's a bit behind me. But in terms of dropped frames, like when I look at my analytics for my live stream, it says my stream is experiencing some minor issues, but it's running at 30 FPS. And the dropped frames is pretty sustainable. It's not like major. Let me have a quick.
See my drop frames when I stream that way online is 0.0%. I don't lose any.
I get some dropped frames depending on the game.
Yeah, you're probably getting a lot from this game then.
Yeah, it's just about working out which settings work for it. I think it's just a settings issue. Like, the game is running perfectly smooth when I'm playing it.
Yeah, you're playing it, but what you see on the opposite end of what you're seeing
is lag.
It's just nothing but laggy normally most of the time. Yeah, it's fine now because you're not doing anything major.
Yeah, let me have a look at my. Because it says Be Right Back on mine right now. I'm just going to turn the volume down because I'm going to run the stream in the background so I can watch it. So I can watch it live on 2 different monitors.
Oh yeah.
So that way I can see how it looks on OBS, which is perfectly fine, with no dropped. According to this, at the moment, no dropped frames. This is what I don't understand because all my readouts say, "Oh yeah," it's because if it's the readouts go, "Yeah, you're streaming perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong." And then you're telling me like can't see it, which is weird because all my readouts are telling me that there's nothing wrong with the stream, which is it's confusing to say the least.
Are you getting like encoding overload by any chance?
Sorry?
Are you getting an encoding overload message by any chance?
No.
Oh, that's weird then.
I'm not getting any messages at all to say there's a problem. I get maybe like when I get a bit of lag, I get warning you have dropped like 60% of frames in like the last 10 seconds, but then it just disappears, and it goes back to normal. So the stream at the moment looks a little laggy, but like when I say laggy, I mean it's just a little bit choppy, but that lines up with the warning I just got about dropped frames. So let me just keep monitoring it because I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I would.
No, because I've got it on. I've got the Twitch app on my phone where I'm not, and I've signed out, so I can just watch my stream.
I've got that on both my phone and my tablet.
That's fine because I'm looking at my OBS live screen, and I've got this, so I can actually watch my own stream, but on 4G, so I'm not using up any more bandwidth. It's just so I can watch. I mean, it's a little. See, now it's fine. Now it's perfectly fine. Like it was choppy, and now it looks like it's about 10 seconds behind, like what I'm actually doing, which is fine. I can live with that. But the screen is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'll just keep this up, and if it starts acting funny, what I'll do is I'll reduce the graphics settings on Final Fantasy because it could be the RAM. It could be my RAM that's getting like God, that vodka and Red Bull's going down nicely. Okay, so this guy has a giant chocobo here. Oh, not a giant chocobo, but I love chocobos. They're great. With luck, you may catch the thief on the road of Tamtara Deepcroft, but be careful. We cannot be certain that he is working alone. Okay, so the guy who attacked the cart, we think he might be part of some kind of cartel shit where there might be a group of them. Fair enough. So let's see, where do we gotta go? So we've got to go southeast. Honestly though, the in-game world of this game is beautiful. Like the graphics, the weather system, just the way the characters look, the art style of Final Fantasy is just it's so intricate. I mean, you'll know that you'll have seen Final Fantasy before. You'll have seen games in the franchise, like
I think so.
Now, Final Fantasy VII was one of my favourite games of all time on the PlayStation. It's been remastered recently. I haven't played the remaster. So the fact that I can play Final Fantasy as an MMO as soon as I realized what I was up for, I was like, fucking sign me up. You know what I mean? I was like, because I remember when they released this initially, I was really excited about it back in 2010. But the problem was basically, long story short, it was dog shit. Um,
Yeah.
to put it nicely, it was a shit show. But the developers knew that. So I'm just watching my live stream because I'm in combat right now. Obviously, not yet on the live stream, but I'm watching to see what happens when I go into combat. So in about 10 seconds, I'm going to check my live stream because it's smooth as anything on my screen. So it's like my computer can handle the graphics. It's the stream can't handle what I'm doing. Okay. This place I've got to go is filled with actual skeletons. That's not weird at all. I've not encountered any skeletons. Spooky, scary skeletons time, it would appear. Spooky, scary skeletons. But no, it's I'm gonna say I was a huge fan of the art style in Final Fantasy and just the way everything looks. So the fact that they did an MMO and then it disappointed me so much when it was no good, basically. Oh, let's see the combat here, because on my stream the combat is coming up, so... No, the combat's fine on my stream when I'm watching it now.
I don't know then.
I might have fixed it because I just tweaked a few stream settings, like in terms of bandwidth and stuff and prioritizing. I might have fixed it, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it, but thank you for telling me because I would have never known because all my readouts say everything's fine. It's so annoying though, because how on earth, it's like if I didn't have somebody watching who spoke to me in real life, how the hell would I know unless somebody who I was watching goes, wow, lag. It's like, well, according to my readouts, I ain't lagging, but...
Oh my god, this new map I'm playing is just crazy.
Oh, is it really?
It's a Cyclops 10Q with an MRM1 Trinity on.
Oh, and I'm taking it, when you say Cyclops, I'm imagining a heavy weapon of some... Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds pretty... Every time I think Cyclops, I just think of the Halo Wars unit, Cyclops.
There's an assault mech.
When you realise that Halo Wars literally included a fucking mech as a unit.
Yeah, it won this real good build that won 6 MRM Trendies, which adds up to 120 and then adds up to an MRM1 Trendy.
Oh, nice.
So you just do like, if I get a town, you just kill things and you just kill sandpaper people's faces.
Now you see that what sandpaper people. I don't know why that description. I love it. What I was going to say is in this game I picked the Lancer class because it becomes Dragoon, which is I got a big fucking spear and I have the power of the dragon, so I'm going to fuck you up with magic and spears and shit. Yeah. But also there's this class I can unlock at level 30, right? Yeah. Which is the Dark Knight, which has a massive sword and uses blood magic and dark powers. And I'm like, so you're telling me I can basically become a knight with a sword bigger than Cloud from the original Final Fantasy, so a massive buster sword, and can use evil magic, and you're telling me I'm not supposed to want to select this immediately? So you're telling me I can be an edgelord with a massive sword, and you expect someone like me not to select that? It's like, no, don't get me wrong. Level 30, I'm becoming a full edgelord. Everyone knew it. What in Helene's bloody fury are you? Well, that's racist.
What?
An elf creature just looked at me and went, what in Helene's bloody fury are you? I'm like, what do you mean, what am I? It's like, I'm a different race to him. I'm like a race of these, like, dragon people kind of thing. And I was like, he goes, what are you, what the hell are you? I'm like, well, that's racist. It's like, what, you never seen someone from a different race before, buddy? That's a little, it's a little, it's like, to be fair, what do you expect? It's like, in every single fictional narrative, there's a race of elves that don't like people that aren't elves.
There you I've just put the mech on the mech building Discord channel.
Oh, alright, I'll have a look in a second. Oh, Jesus.
And what the mech looks like from the outside.
Ah, cool. Oh no. I'm gonna survive this, right? Jesus Christ. Stop it. I don't think aggressive. Sorry, go on.
We went to the storm at 8 o'clock.
It never happened, did it?
Oh, so the next storm is dawn, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
I want a thunderstorm. I like thunderstorms. I love storms. They're great. You see, what I do is I tend to like stay awake and I'll watch the storm. It's true. Also, by the way, if at any point you find this game interesting, it's free to play up until level 30. So
I don't particularly do MMOs.
That's fair enough, dude. I just thought I'd let you know because my best friend Jacob, he's on about because you can play it on PS4 as well, and he's a PS4 gamer because he can't afford a new gaming PC, which is what he wants. At the moment, he can't afford one because he's about 10 years out of date, and it was like all he used to do was play classic Call of Duty games on it, really, and maybe a little bit of RuneScape.
Oh god, not RuneScape.
Like, that's what I mean. But then when he wanted to play Destiny, so he got a PS4. Because all of his friends who played Destiny played it on PS4. So
yeah.
I said, well, fair play, but I've got a gaming PC, and he loves anime and Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is his favourite game franchise.
Yeah.
So I said, why aren't you playing Final Fantasy online then? And he's like, I didn't know it existed. I was like, mate. So he's been watching my videos on it. He's like, I think you might have got me addicted and I've not played yet. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's like, just because he loves Final Fantasy, and the fact at level 50, you can unlock a class called the Samurai, where you're literally just a fucking samurai. It's like, if you like, my friend, he loves Japanese culture, he loves the history of the samurai and the shogun and stuff like that. Like, he's not only like a massive like manga and anime fan, he's also a huge Japanese history fan, just because he finds the history fascinating in terms of how all these different high class people, the shogun, basically ran the nation and stuff like that. And he's fascinated by it. So the fact that it's Final Fantasy, his favourite franchise, B, it's a Japanese MMORPG that's sort of slightly anime related because it's sort of an anime styled game in a way, because Final Fantasy does base its art style off traditional anime. And then on top of that, MMO, top of that I play it, and on top of that you can play a samurai. He was like, you had me at Final Fantasy, and then you had me again at Samurai. I was like, oh no, what have I done? Because I know what he's like at the minute. It's like he's just started talking to a girl. He's going to end up like forgetting about her and playing Final Fantasy online.
Sounds about right.
It's like, listen, man, girls are temporary. Final Fantasy is forever.
Still not entirely true. Still not completely true.
Stop it. To be fair, I'm engaged with 2 kids, so I can't say anything. So all those people that used to ask inside Xbox on the sent you a message thing, where's my chocobo? I think I found the answer. Here's your chocobo. Here's all your fucking chocobos. Now that should, if that doesn't awaken a deep memory in people, I am disappointed.
Do we still do that series?
No, but do you remember the sent you a message series?
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember watching it all the time.
it was like every Monday or something, and it's like, and they used to get, "Where's my chocobo?" It's like because there was this meme. Your mic and Arbiter are a bit quiet. Okay, let me have a look at my microphone readouts. Just a moment. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. That should be louder. That should be a little better.
Well, I've got to be quiet anyway because everyone's in bed and windows are open.
I didn't realise you lived with other people. I thought you lived by yourself for some reason.
Oh, not by a long shot. No, I can't. I won't be able to handle that.
I don't know why I thought that. My brain was just like, eh, you know. Well, I can't. What's the point?
I would never be able to handle the stress living by myself.
Speaking from experience, it is extremely stressful. Because I used to do that before I moved. Obviously, before I met Chloe and before I met the person I was with in a long-term relationship before Chloe, I did live in a flat in Hillsborough by myself because I wanted my own place. Mainly because I was fed up being told I couldn't play my guitar loudly, and on top of that, it's like if you live here, you're not allowed to smoke if you live here with my parents, stuff like that. So I was like, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get my own house where I can smoke and drink as much alcohol as I want and hopefully not die.
I can barely handle the stress of living, never mind by myself.
I know what you mean. I just keep telling people, they go, oh, do you ever feel like doing this? I'm like, dude, being alive is hard enough. It's like,
yeah, living isn't easy. Yeah.
Hi, Klepto, by the way, dude. How's it going? But it's like, when I say life is pain and existence is a prison, people think I'm joking. I'm like,
I'm not even a goth fan. I agree with that.
I mean, it's like, I'm going to be disappointed if my daughter's first words aren't, I grow weary of this flesh prison, father. If she doesn't look at me with, like, glowing red eyes and go, Father, I grow weary of my flesh prison, then I feel like I've failed. What the? Okay, so this is, what's this quest? Assigning guild leads, but I'm not in a guild. I'm okay, dude. I'm just a little stressed at the minute with work and life, but other than that, I'm all good, Klepto. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Just been a stressful time lately. It's no one's fault. It's just been just sucked a little. So, hence the double vodka Red Bull keeps me awake and also feeds my need to cure my inside boo boos with alcohol. I saw this great thing in a shop. It was on a meme. It was like you know those stuff that you get in packages that kind of like big peanuts, but why?
Yeah.
It was one of those, and they called it void fill. And the meme said, "They actually make this. I've just been using alcohol." I'm like, that's a mood. It's just like they sell void fill. I've just been using alcohol to fill the void. Let's see here. Also, what bothers me about the elves in this game is they have abnormally long necks in comparison to the rest of their body. Like this woman I'm speaking to here, the only part of her I can look at, not the text, not her hair, not her face, not my character, it's this goddamn giraffe neck that she's got going on. So I don't think that like her head looks, it's like her neck is longer than it should be and her head is smaller than it should be. No, Klepto, this is Final Fantasy. I know you're kidding, but it's Final Fantasy Online. Well, that dude looks edgy as fuck. Let's see. So, deliver Mjolnir's letter to the Bowlord Lewin. So, where's Bowlord Lewin when he's at home? Oh, he's over there. I know. To be fair, people said this was very similar to WoW. Um, it isn't, but it's any time any. What's this Joker doing here? Some guy just trying to use spells in the middle of a goddamn town. You're a madman. Um, but no, I've wanted to play this game for a while, and I've been recommended it enough times that I just thought, screw it, I'm going to buy the game. It was on a half price. And so I bought it. Oh, this is the hunting lodge type thing. Okay. Where's this dude? Because this is definitely not my.
Okay, Sam's going to sandpaper this guy's face.
I still like that sandpaper their faces.
Oh, I love this one, Jaggy. How would you like your face sandpapered off?
This is some Robin Hood looking motherfucker right here.
There we go.
Matron fourth end. They mean to defile the guardian tree. Yes, that's what they're doing.
652 damage and a sandpaper that Ebon Jaguar's face off.
Jesus. What is it? It's the Ixal, sir. The Ixal have amassed at the Guardian Tree. Oh, the Guardian Tree is under attack. Okay, I get it. That's why this is all. Okay. So it's the Ixal that want to attack the Guardian Tree. So make haste to the Guardian Tree. Well, that's kind of obvious. So, oh. I mean, what an asshole move would it be if it was like, oh, you've got to get to this tree, it's under attack. But first, I'm just going to do 100 side quests. I'm going to do.
Why not?
And then just turn up overgeared, level 50, just like, I'm here to defend the tree. It's like, one, just. Okay, so I need to get to the Bent Branch Meadows, we'll teleport there, and then we'll get to the Guardian Tree. Oh, God bless fast travel in this game.
So I did 652 damage and got one kill, but my team just fell apart.
Oh, no. I'm just very grateful for fast travel in this game, because one thing World of Warcraft gives you a lot of is mounts. And so far in this game, I don't have a mount, because I'm only level 15. And I don't know how to acquire a mount. I don't know how to do anything aside from I know how to stab things and I know how to level up.
Yeah, he knows how to play the pokey game.
I know how to kill, and I know how to fight, and I know how to not die, and I also know that I know some basics. I've been watching some other live streamers play this game because obviously I want to get a better idea of what the end game looked like before I purchased it. And to be fair, the raiding and the instance content looks super fun. Like, everyone who I've talked to about this game has said, yeah, this game starts out super fucking slow, and you're probably going to hate it, but I don't. I actually really like it. But they said, you're going to hate the fact it feels slow. I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm happy with it being slow. That's how MMOs should be. I should feel like a fucking idiot in the beginning. I shouldn't be able to do anything.
Well, that's interesting.
It's like, I shouldn't... Yeah?
My 652 damage in that game was the most damage in the entire game. The next damage down was 522.
It's like, oh god, I'm going to take some massive fall damage here. Ah! I'm alive. How did I survive that? I'm not going to question it. I survived it. Um, but yeah, it's yeah.
Apparently, Uber Nick has just released a video. I've only just heard about it through his Discord.
Have you heard that Halo?
Apparently,
Yeah,
yeah. So if you about to say Halo Infinite's been delayed,
delayed.
that's what it's about.
I was about to say, yeah, Halo Infinite's been delayed till next year, which is fine. It might not be a huge delay. It might just be until the first quarter of next year, because we don't know yet.
I don't know. Nah, I don't think it will be. I think it's just gonna be another November release.
We'll see. As I say, at the moment, I respect their decision. They've had a lot of challenges this year, especially with coronavirus and having to work from home. It's not ideal for making a game, so I respect their decision because I think, well, that must have been a tough call to make, right? You know what I mean? Like, do we just release the game not finished, or do we just do we delay it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially after all the secrecy we've had about it.
Yeah, and I think the reason that they've kept it close, the cards close to their chest, is because they weren't entirely sure what to expect. And I think what's come of that is they've realized they're not going to have a game they're satisfied with on time. And for me, it's fine for them to delay that if they're going to give us a better experience. Because the last thing I'd want is for them to think, oh, well, we have to hit this release window, and them to not be satisfied with how the game is. Do you know what I mean?
But the problem now is though, what are we going to play on Series X when it comes out?
Well, this is the problem. Like, this is what I'm saying. It's like, what are the knock-on consequences of that?
Yeah, so the Series X plays with One X, Xbox One X games.
Yeah, it's like
Until we get Infinite.
the thing is, this year. I mean, one thing I'll give them is that this year has presented challenges like no other. Because of like coronavirus, it's like it's not been as easy as oh, we've got this. You got to bear in mind they're working from home,
Yeah.
which means that there's going to be a lot of stuff they can't do, or they can't do as efficiently as they would in a studio. So,
Yeah.
had there not been a pandemic, I think the game we would have seen, so it's like every game like if think about it, if Halo Infinite, if there hadn't been a pandemic, there'd be no reason for the game would have been much further along in terms of development.
Oh, I'm not worried about it being good patch. So
Oh no, it's going to be great.
I'm worried about what we're going to play in the meantime.
See, luckily I've got World of Warcraft Shadowlands that's coming out, and this game to play. Oh crap.
It's what we're going to play in the meantime of the games that are going to be like at least half a year old.
Well, that's the thing. I think the main concern for a lot of people is not the fact Halo's been delayed. It's like, well, why should I buy a Series X then?
Yeah.
But there's also some speculation that the consoles will be delayed as well.
I can't see delaying the cons. We won't delay the console, just the game.
Well, that's
Because the console's ready to go.
well, that's what I mean. There's a lot of speculation about whether the consoles will release, and it's like I think they will.
Will be what? Do you know if have to change the launch date?
But it's like, are they going to delay the launch game? Are they going to delay? You know, I mean, it's like, it's like, do they just delay the whole next gen until the games are all ready, or you know what I mean?
I mean, you can still play the Xbox One X games on the Series X, so I suppose there is that.
Well, it's like there was a bit of a gap. You know, it's like when you look at how when the Xbox One launched, there wasn't a Halo game to go with it.
Yeah. We've got over 1,000 hours on MWO. I think we'll be okay for games, LMAO. I don't think I'm not quite 1,000 hours in it yet, Clap, so I thought a lot, but it's not quite 1,000.
Shit, man, 1,000 hours.
If it was 1,000, I'd be a god at this game.
I've probably got 1,000 hours in World of Warcraft at this point. I have no idea.
No, you've probably got 10 million.
I've been playing for like 14 years. If I've got 1,000 hours, I'm doing it wrong.
You've probably got 10 million hours in World of Warcraft.
I think I'd be dead if I had 10 million hours. What year is it? 2035?
What year is it? 2035? Wait, I lost track of year. I was putting 10 million. I'm busy putting 10 million hours into World of Warcraft.
Jesus. Oh, here's that spooky edgelord fella with the mask that we don't know who he is. You may have bested the golem. Blah 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 blah. I am very edgy, and you should be afraid of me.
That's a curious question I've got now.
What?
As any WoW player, even the top of the top WoW players actually put 10 million hours into World of Warcraft.
I don't think there's. I don't think there has been 10 million hours in a lifetime yet. To be honest. Defeat the masked mage. Okay, I've got to kill. Oh, this is that freaky guy who's been following me around. I'm not going to be able to kill him. Surely, not yet. He just summoned a massive fucking gargoyle. I've got to kill that. What mods are these? Is this Skyrim?
God, it's a random masked person versus Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson versus a. Is this Marilyn Manson versus Slipknot, the death match?
Celebrity deathmatch style.
Celebrity deathmatch, Marilyn Manson versus Slipknot. To be fair, I tried to. Yeah, it's like I tried to make him look as if he was from like a black metal band. So like the whole sort of pale skin, black war paint, you know. Honestly, Klepto, I made a Skyrim joke in my first gameplay of this because it starts you off in a cart, and I went, is someone gonna go? You're finally awake.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen it I've seen it with a mod where instead of dragons, it's Thomas the Tank Engines.
That's the best Skyrim mod available.
Just Thomas the Tank Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine rules the skies. So does that make you engine-born rather than dragon-born?
Or Thomas Bone.
Or does it make you Choo-Choo-kin, not Doverkin? And is the objective of the game to become a very useful engine? Oh Christ! So the masked mage. Oh, so this is the first guy. We were introduced to this guy in the first quest. So I'm guessing this is the culmination of the starter quests. Is that we have to kill this guy? Yeah. Yeah, Klepto. This is Skyrim, but it's the Weeb mod.
No, if you want to play Weeb MMO, you want to play PSO2.
That's fair play.
MMO.
The Bringers of Chaos, or Ashians, get their proper name. Okay. And here comes Robin Hood and his merry men. You are unharmed. How do I know this? So it looks like we've sort of finished the intro main quest, which is good, because that means we can get into some more interesting content. Quiverman, move out. I imagine there's more to it, but that was like the first baddie we were introduced to, this masked sorcerer guy who has been like terrorizing these people. Say you played an instrumental role in the success of this mission. Okay. Basically, you did good. Let's see here. You always want something little meaning, blah blah blah. Okay, so I'm guessing this little dude is wise as hell. This is basically Yoda.
The dark side is strong with this one.
Oh, so this is this dark crystal. What's? Yeah, don't touch that, my guy. Oh, it disappeared. Okay.
Yeah, my team fell apart again. And I'm not gonna get a rating down because I only got 2% damage because my team was trash. Yeah.
So I've got to kill the. Oh, there's bonus objective to kill this giant slug.
Yes, because the giant slug, why not?
It's Final Fantasy, dude. They don't have to explain anything to me. I just get more EXP for this. So I'm like, yeah, of course I'll do it.
It's like trying to get SpongeBob character trying to face off against Gary Snail.
Oh god, don't make. Every time you mention SpongeBob, I can just think of the anime SpongeBob now.
It's funny though. It's just so funny though.
It fundamentally bothers me that that exists, but I'm also so glad it does exist. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy it exists, but why?
Why not?
Well, I guess, but... I need more mobility, but then it's like I don't unlock those spells till later on. Okay, so the slug just split into...
SpongeBob 34.
Oh no. Please. No.
That's what Fapso said.
I know he did. I saw it. I'm just not happy about it.
SpongeBob 34. Have you seen the opening Fapso?
Here's my question about SpongeBob Rule 34, right? SpongeBob has a lot of holes.
Yes, we know that.
So, I mean, the possibilities are literally endless here.
We already know where you're going with this.
I don't like where this is going, but since we're on the topic... Okay, so where are the other ones? Okay, so I've got to kill... Why does this slug just keep dividing? How many of them do I have to kill? Jesus. I thought this was going to be a simple, can you feel it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Are you finished with those errands? Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
See, you know now this, when you get on the SpongeBob enemy thing, you know you can actually now shit SpongeBob and Sandy. You know you can actually now shit them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know, because of the opening.
It also means I can unironically say my favourite anime is SpongeBob SquarePants.
anime?
Korean. My favorite anime is B Shrek Test in the House. If you don't know what B Shrek Test in the House is, I suggest you look it up.
2 hours later.
2 hours later. Look, I thought this was going to be a simple fight against one big slug, and now I've ended up fighting about 50. I was here for a good time, and I feel attacked. What the hell? How many times do I have to... I see why these are like group objectives now, like usually level up. Okay, nice. So that'll restore my health because I just leveled up.
So what did you reckon to Patrick?
Oh, Patrick, the wise samurai.
Yeah.
I like what they did with his character.
I want them to do more with Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs looks like a funny character.
I watched it and thought, I was like, I'm sorry, which chapter of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is this?
The one with the 5 people patty.
Jotaro, SpongeBob. Oh.
SpongeBob boy, I've overdosed on. Slap my eyes.
Sponge Boy Me Bob. I've overdosed on Sponge Boy Me Bob. I've overdosed on ketamine. You just land my eyes inside my body. My favourite ones of those is Sponge Boy Me Bob. But it goes, it's just Sponge Boy Me Bob. I've accidentally overdosed on ketamine. They're my favourite.
I think if any anime is gonna get people into anime, it's SpongeBob anime.
It's like I forget Bleach as a gateway anime. SpongeBob. Right, come on, that can't be. Oh, that was painful.
I like that bit. SpongeBob.
I just like the fact that Bubble Bass is like the main bad guy.
Well, in that arc, in the first episode, he is.
It's like
We don't know who's gonna be in the second.
it's got to be Plankton.
No, but now I've got a feeling it main one. He'll probably end one.
He's probably like the big bad.
Seems like leader. He'll be like leader because leader.
SpongeBob. Nanny Kore SpongeBob.
You know, when I first saw the opening and SpongeBob and Sandy like actually case like what?
I was just like, this is great, but also horrifying. I hate it.
I was like, wait, what? Oh, SpongeBob and Sandy now shippable.
I was like, I'm not sure if I hate this or I love it, and I'm not sure. I'm in that weird in between where I'm like, I really didn't feel like I needed to know this existed, but I'm glad about it. Sponge Boy Me Bob, I need you to feed me bumps of MD so I can get the victory royale.
Are you not watching the English dub version of episode 1 when it comes out?
I might have to.
So I'm gonna watch both, sub and dub of every episode.
Yeah. Sponge Boy Me Bob, I need you to feed me bumps of MD so I can achieve a victory royale. SpongeBob. This is one of the most underrated memes of all time. Is definitely Sponge Boy Me Bob. I feel like like a badly translated, like if SpongeBob never got like a translation for another country, and they accidentally tried to translate SpongeBob Me Boy, and it was just Sponge Boy Me Bob. I feel like that.
I'm still loving the fact that the SpongeBob anime joke, which actually started off as a joke.
Well, it's because everyone kept joking saying that it was their favourite anime.
Has actually become reality.
So Cory in the House is still my favourite anime. It was B Shrek Test in the House, which is a combination of Cory in the House, B movie, Johnny Test, and Cory in the House.
Yes, because is such a good
I am come to
anime.
express my gratitude for your valiant efforts before the guardian tree.
Who this bitch?
I am informed that an adventurer of singular talent now walks amongst us.
My character looks so unimpressed.
My name is Kane Senna.
Kane Senna.
And it is my solemn charge to watch over all who call Gridania home.
Oh, okay, so she's important.
Met and welcome to our fair nation. It was your valor that won.
Do you like jazz?
On behalf of
If what's your wife's name? If that's what's the name, Chloe.
My fiance, Chloe.
Yeah, fiance, that's the one. Is she into SpongeBob?
A little bit.
Such a great honor.
Ah,
I look forward
because if she is even a little bit, you've got to show her that. You've got to show her the anime.
I might have to. She might hate me forever for that. She might be just like, why would you do this? Do you like jazz? B!
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick. Mayonnaise is not an instrument. I one time got in trouble in my music class for actually asking if mayonnaise was an instrument.
You really tried that?
Yep.
Wow.
I asked if.
that was funny.
Well, my music teacher just kind of went, "What?" I said, "You heard me. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Answer the question." He just looked at me and said, "Aaron, I'm not going to answer that." Mayonnaise is definitely an instrument.
Yeah.
But if you can't play mayonnaise, then don't even come to my stream. I expect you to be at least a level 5 mayonnaise player. just, it's like, you can't play mayonnaise? Get out of my sight. Disgusting. Better go to the Lancers Guild. Oh, there's a quest here.
527 damage. That's not bad.
Do you like jazz? One of my favourite things about the B movie is that the only sensible person in the whole film is considered a villain, which is her boyfriend, who's like, "Why are you talking to a bee?" The only person who asked the actual serious question of "Why the fuck are you talking to a bee?" And apparently he's the villain. If Chloe said to me that she was talking to a bee, I'd be like, "What drugs have you taken and where did you get them?"
I think I think that's what Chloe will be saying to you when you show a SpongeBob anime.
She doesn't even question my. She doesn't question my bullshit anymore. She knows better.
Until you show her that, then yeah, then she doesn't.
It's got to a point where she's like, she knows she's not going to get a sensible response if she questions me.
Patrick Warburton.
Oh yeah, that's the voice of like Patrick Warburton. Oh god. Hey! So I've got to collect the artifact from Beaton? What kind of name is that? Do you like jazz?
I've actually watched a trailer, to the English dub, what they're working on.
They've already got a trailer for the English dub.
Yeah.
That's fucking glorious.
Wait, I'm gonna have to put it up in the, I don't know, have I already put it up in the Discord?
I'm not sure.
I need to check if I have. No, I am. I'm gonna have to do that.
Right, so it says this person is literally right here, but there's nothing here. I've got a feeling they're inside this building, but how the hell do I get to them?
But you can actually hear SpongeBob in English.
I have no idea how to get to this person. The Carpenters Guild is the building.
I think the English dub will always be better for it.
Probably.
Because of how they say SpongeBob's name.
Spongy Bobby.
I love the bit when Bubble Best friend SpongeBob.
Now, I want the same person who's done the SpongeBob anime to make a beat. I want them to make. I expect, given what they've done with SpongeBob, I fully expect a Cory in the House anime. If not, I'm going to be severely disappointed. Just one moment, guys. Just going to cut this part for YouTube.